Hello all. So in this video, we will see how to configure groups and making a field updatable or read only. So these two concepts we will see. So now I logged into environment and then I am going to VBS Studio. So if the project is already created, so then just use the existing one. So otherwise, create a new project. So to create a project, so you can refer previous video. I'm using the existing project. Then if workspace is already available, use workspace, existing workspace, and then navigate. So this is one way of entering into pages, right? So the other way is, so go to your object from screens. Maybe we can use accounts. It will take few seconds to load and open the Visual Builder Studio. We'll just refresh once. Okay. So now we can go to the object that we want. Let me, okay. So digital sales is not enabled in this workspace. So we should see digital sales here from the dependencies. So this is not enabled. So we'll create a new project and we'll add digital sales. So go to organization and create a project. Click next. Select the template as empty and let it be marked down, wiki markup, and finish. It will take few 1 or 2 minutes to complete all this uh, provisionings. Once created, click environment and create environment. And configure instance. Select instance type, Oracle Cloud Applications, and identity domain as the authentication method. Select the checkbox here and add. the status should be available. Then go to project home and go to workspace. Now click workspace. Create a new workspace with an option, a new application extension. Give the workspace name, select the environment, and base cloud application should be the application that we are going to modify. So for now, we are not using sandbox. Use any one of the one for now. So if we use Scratch repository, so then we can't publish those things. But if you want to publish, use this create new repository. We are not going to publish, so okay, so we'll use create new repository. Give some branch name as initial branch and click create. Now we can see digital sales, right? So this should be there. So now we will go to accounts edit page. So so we have two options, like we can go to details page and then click edit in Visual Builder. So we can go with anyway. So here I'm going to pages, then expand digital sales, accounts, and click on accounts. So we can see account create layout, account update layout, account view layout. So we will go to account update layout, and here detail update and field update. Okay, we'll expand this. We'll just close this by just clicking on this one also. So here we can see we have two layouts. One is detail update and field update. So we will select the detail update. So we will modify this default layout. So as of now, condition is not required. We'll just remove this condition. So always this will execute. So now we'll go into the detail layout, and here we need to create groups, right? So currently if we can preview if we want to preview, so we have edit page, right? Account edit page. So here we have these fields, organization name, and then address, all of these fields. Now, if you want to group, uh, all the so primary contact and owner details, right, into one group. So how we can do that? So here, if you on right side, we have a group, new group option. So just click on that and give a label. Okay, so direction, select column or row. So we want, we'll select column. So column span, so this column span is like we want to display uh, two fields in a row or not. We'll select two, max columns, maximum number of columns. So we'll keep it 2. Or 3. Okay, and then so automatically it saves, right? We'll just preview these changes. Okay, so we haven't added any fields, so we just created an empty group. So now we need to navigate to digital sales and page, accounts, and edit any one of the record. We can notice owner and primary contact details section is created, an empty one. So this we can rearrange and we can group. So now we will move this to top, just drag and drop before address object. Before address object. Okay. So now to add fields into this group, just drag and drop the fields to the group. I'm moving phone number also. This is primary contact phone number. Okay. So now we will again preview. So if we edit page from this screen, right? So it will take the default preview record as this one, and we don't need to go uh, from again. So that is one advantage going from editing record from the record page. So we could see only one field. So it must be because of the properties. So initially the record direction, the group direction was a column. So now we will change it to row, and then let it be column span 2 and max column 3s. We will preview again. Yeah, now we can see this section before address section, and we can see all of these 3 fields here in 3 columns. Okay, so like this we can configure groups. So now to make any field required or right, so if you want to make required, so then what we can do is select that field. So I'm using account plan status. So once you click on that field, so right side we will get the properties. So here we have read only and required property. So if we just click read only and if we just click required, so it will become required for this page. So we'll review again. We'll preview. So this should be now required. So we can see it's required. So if we try to change something, so it will not. It will say it's a required and select the value. So same way the read only field, read only checkbox will also work. So now we'll see like instead of putting directly required or not required, so how we can use expressions, right? So for example, so we'll consider the same field account plan status. So we will make this field read only. Okay. So if account plan, if account plan status, right? So this field, just drag and drop, search for the field name, and it should be dot value is not equal to, if it is not equal to null, so then only null. So it means if it has value, it will be editable mode. If it is not having value, so then only it will be in editable mode. And similarly, at the same time, it will be required. Means if it doesn't have any value, then it will be editable and as well as it is required. Account plan status dot value, if it is not equal to null, if it is not null, and then only it is required. If it is not null, then only required. So here the required property is, if it is null, if account plan equal to null, then it should be required. So if it is null, then it will be required. So now we'll just preview to see the changes. Again, we will edit. So now it doesn't have any value, so it shows required, and also it is editable. So now we can see the changes once we select the value. So it is becoming read only, and even a required property is not is required is also not showing. So this is how we will use the expressions in read only and required properties. That's all about this session. Thank you.